Alright guys, this is Station 1, comparing numbers in various forms. So as you can tell at the top, our learning target says I can compare numbers in standard, word, expanded, and unit forms using the greater than symbol, which is this one, less than symbol, or equal to. So before we get into word form, expanded, and unit, I want to review over standard form with larger numbers. So here we have two numbers. We have 409,004 and then we have 440,002. So I'm going to draw each out, but before we do that, I'm going to label my place value chart. So I have ones, tens, hundreds, then 1,000s, 10,000s, and 100,000s. And lastly, we have millions. So I'm going to draw out my first number. So here I see that I have 4 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 0 tens, 0 hundreds. Then I have 9 thousands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I have 0 ten thousands and 400 thousands. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I've just drawn my first number. Now I'm going to go back and draw my second number. So I have 2 ones now. 1, 2. I have 0 tens, 0 hundreds, 0 thousands, but I have 4 10,000s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have 400,000s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, most important when you compare, guys, we've been looking at numbers starting at the ones. But when you compare, you actually want to start at your biggest digit or your biggest place value. So here, our biggest place value that we have is 100,000s. Well, both numbers have 400,000s. 400,000s, 400,000s. So then, since they're the same, I gotta scooch over to our next place value. Well, our first number has 0 10,000s, but our second number has 4 10,000s. Well, which is bigger? 0 10,000s or 4 10,000s? 4 10,000s is bigger. So remember, our alligator is gonna eat that bigger number because it's hungry. It doesn't want the small one, it wants the big one. And I just wrote that wrong, guys. The alligator wants to eat the bigger number because it's hungry. So there you have a picture. You can feel free to draw a picture to help you out at any point. Next, I'm just going to do it without the place value chart. So again, remember when we compare, we want to work at our greatest place value and then to our smallest. So in our first number here, we have 7 million. We have 7 million. We have 300,000s. But here we have 700,000s. So which is bigger, 300,000s or 700,000s? Well, I know that 700,000s is bigger, so my alligator is going to eat the bigger number because it's hungry. Let's look at B. So here we actually have expanded form and we have word form. When this happens, guys, we have to write these numbers in standard form so that it's easier for us to tell which one is greater. So let's take our expanded form. We have 500,000. Oops, I'm sorry. We have 500,000 plus 80,000 plus 9,000. So these are all in my thousands family. So I know that that's going to be 589,000. And then I just have 100 left over. 100. Over here, I have word form. So remember, how you say it's how you're going to write it. So 508. So I said the number 508. And then this 1,000 tells me that I need a comma. 901. So I'm going to write 901. So now I can compare my two numbers. Remember, we want to compare from our largest place value. Our largest place value is the hundred thousands. We have a 5 in this hundred thousands and a 5 in this one. So since they're the same, we're going to have to keep going over. So here we have an 8 in the 10,000s and a 0 in the 10,000s. Well, which is greater, 8 10,000s or 0 10,000s? Well, we know that 8 is greater than 0, so our alligator is going to eat 589,100. You can also say 589,100 is greater, because this is the greater than sign. So I'm going to put is greater than 508,901. All right, let's look at C. Here we have unit form, and then we already have standard form, so we don't need to change anything with this one. But we do need to write out our unit form. It says that we have 900,000s. We have 8,000. So it didn't tell us we had any 10,000, so we're going to put a 0 for our 10,000s. We have 8,000s, 900s, and 3 10s. Again, if you need it to, guys, you can write your place value cheat sheet. 1s, 10s, 100s, 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s. And from there, you could just plug in your digits. All right, so let's look. We have 908,930 compared to 908,930. So if you notice, we have a 9 in the 100,000s, a 9, a 0 in the 10,000s, a 0 in the 10,000s, 8 in the thousands, 8 in the thousands, 9 in the hundreds, 9 in the hundreds, 3 in the tens, 3 in the tens, a 0 in the ones, and a 0 in the ones. So this means that this number is equal. So we're going to write an equal sign. The alligator has no idea which number to eat because they're both the same. So you could say 908,930 is equal to 908,930. All right, last one, D. We have word form and expanded form. So there isn't much room to write underneath here, so just try your best. I may write it underneath here so that there's room. But let's start off. We have 834. So I heard 834, and then in the family of the thousands, so that means I need a comma. 942. 942. Over here, I have 800,000. So I'm actually going to write out my place value cheat so that you can see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to label it because this can be very helpful, especially those of you who are still struggling with putting your numbers together. We have 800,000. Well, this is my 100,000, and how much do we have? 8. So I'm going to put an 8. We have 30,000. Well, remember, 30 means tens. So I have 3 10,000s. I have 4 1,000s. I have 9 hundreds. I have 4 tens. And I have 1 1. So here I have 834,941. So let's go ahead and compare to see which one's bigger or if they're the same. So we have an 8 in the hundred thousands, an 8 in the hundred thousands. We have a 3 in the 10,000s, a 3 in the 10,000s. We have a 4 in the 1,000s. We have a 4 over here in the 1,000s. We have a 9 in the hundreds. We have a 9 in this hundred. So guys, it's starting to look like it's equal, but let's keep going to make sure. We have a 4 in the tens, 4 in the tens. We have a 2 in the ones, but we have a 1 in this one. So I'm going to circle the ones that we're comparing. Is 2 ones bigger or smaller than 1 1? Well, we know that 2 ones is bigger. So our alligator's going to want to eat the greater number. So we can say 834,942 is greater than 834,941. All right, so key points. Remember, when you compare, you're going to start at your largest place value and work your way down to your smallest one. And then here, I want to go over how we would say this, because we had greater than, we had equal to, but if we have our alligator eating this number, it would actually say 7,378,003. This number is smaller, so we would say is less than 7,778,030. All right, go ahead and get working on independent work. Whenever you get to your stop sign, put your green dot up so that I know to check.